we came in with the right game plan and we attacked with Vooch, and it got us the W. We'd like to see Billy coach this way more often, especially when you don't have DeMar. So hopefully we're learning things here. And if Vooch does remain on this team past the trade deadline, we definitely need to see more of the offense being facilitated through him because we do not have Lonzo Ball still.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, like I said, he played an awesome game, and I see what you're hinting at there, with DeMar not being in and how kind of things ran through Vooch because, I mean, DeMar's been gone for 3 games. Things have really run through Zach in those games that he has been gone, at least the first 2. And this one, they kind of didn't really run through that, okay, come set me a screen and go stand somewhere until I kick you the ball type deal. It kind of turned into legitimate plays being run through high post or down in the post itself and letting Vooch kind of do his thing. And they really did aggressively look for him, but I got to put some of that on Vooch too. Be aggressive like that during games. Don't be looking to pass every chance. Because I do want to read you this real quick. Our buddy Drew, look at what Drew did on Twitter. He posted this interesting stat. It's actually a screenshot, but since DeMar DeRozan's been gone, Zach has averaged 31.5 points per game. He has attempted 23.5 field goal attempts per game. He's shooting 42% from the field. From 3.
I believe he shot sub 40% tonight.
Yeah, he did. He went 7 for 18.
Okay.
1 for 8 from downtown. He's shooting 26% from 3 since DeMar's been out. Vooch, 17 points a game on 14 attempts. 57.1% from the field, but only 25% from downtown.
Do you think for Zach that's as simple as the fact that these are more difficult 3-point attempts as opposed to your catch and shoot opportunities that get created when DeMar is kind of working that mid-post area and drawing multiple defenders and, just drawing that attention as opposed to these step back, forced feeling, high difficulty shots that if he has even the slightest injury in his hand, are probably not coming off right?
Well, yeah, I actually I'm going to go along your thought process here. Actually, why I think Zach's percentage has been so shitty is because he's trying to force stuff and no one else is really stepping up playing any sort of offensive game. Tonight, you saw Vooch do it.
Well, and you saw Kobe do it.
And you saw Kobe. Well, right. You saw. And hey, if we're going to give flowers, we have to give them to Io and to a certain extent Pat, even though he shot like shit. But he had a couple timely threes that don't go in. That Warriors run is coming and coming, and you can't stop it. So I mean, everybody played a really big part. Caruso played a great game offensively tonight. I felt he went 4 for 10, but
the CIO bounced back after what we called probably his worst game in a
blitz. Oh yeah, that was big for him. I mean, individually as well for the team, that was huge for him because he played like shit last time out, and this time, I like the quick memory, like where he just let it go. Just forgot it right away, came out and played your game against a dynasty that we've witnessed for the last 5 to 7 years, 8 years, so I mean,
Kevin Durant is down. For me, I think the Warriors are still my favorite. I get they've struggled throughout the season this year, but a team like that knows how to win in the playoffs and knows how to play together and stay composed. Their record in the regular season is not.
It means shit to me if they get. It means shit to me if they get in. It really does. That is one of those teams where it, to me at least, my opinion, it does not matter. Like if they get in, fuck, I don't care. I don't want to see them. I don't. But yeah, back to the Zach thing. Like, yeah, he's been shooting poorly, but I feel like he's been trying to do a lot.
He did. Yeah, he had 14 free throws again tonight.
Yes, he went 12 for 14 from the line. I love the fact that Vooch did what he did, and if this was a Billy call, thank you. Or if this was a Vooch, like fuck it, something ain't working. I'm taking control. If that was the kind of call, I love that too. Like I said, everybody knows the opinions that we have on this team and what we want done, but you could celebrate good wins. And if we're going to continue watching this team, if there is going to be continuity and they continue to play like they did tonight against an opponent that's very dangerous, the perimeter defense, okay, like trying to close out on these shooters. I want to see that every night. I want to see that in Paris on Thursday. I want to see this every night.
Yeah, no, I mean, to the point of Acme's troubles is this team does play like this at times, and you see what they're capable of, and it does make it hard to want to just go ahead and blow it up. I haven't been able to get down to the exact date of which Vuce would be extension eligible. I don't know if the Bulls can even still offer him a contract.
No, I believe they passed that.
It's way past.
I believe so. I could be wrong.
I'm pretty sure you're spot on there as well with the trade deadline.
Because I knew, the trade deadline is like literally in less than a month. It's in 3 weeks.
Like 3.5 weeks.
Yeah.
So at this point, you are either committing to him for the rest of the season or potentially risking losing him in the offseason. So really tough situation there. I mean, we've talked about it before. We're not opposed to extending him on another 2-3 year semi-team friendly deal in the 20s, similar to what he's at right now, just because we don't see him falling off a cliff. But center position is the least valued position in the league for most teams. And durability there is often questioned as the most as well. So kind of a tough decision for the Bulls there. On games like tonight, it shows you just how important he is to this team, especially since I don't feel that we even saw Andre Drummond touch the floor.
He didn't.
No, I didn't think so.
His shoulder still bothering him? I mean, it just says coach's decision to DNP, but I'm not surprised that he didn't get time in with this Warriors lineup. I mean, you're risking putting him out on an island out there if, you know what I mean, on a switch or something, like where he can't do anything.
The way Derek Jones Jr. played tonight, there was really no reason to try to get Andre.
That fucking kid, dude. That kid, like, I love me some Javonte Green. We have the Javonte Green Power Hour on the show, we like to call it, but I haven't missed him at all when you have DJJ getting the minutes that he's getting. I'm just talking team-wise. You know, like, I mean, obviously he's a good player. We've had some great Javonte moments and stuff like that, but it just shows you how interchangeable and how people fall in love with these guys are. Like, Derek Jones Jr. is every bit as good and can give you every bit of what Javonte Green does.
Well,
maybe more.
And you have him under contract for another year. He's only 25 years old. He's somebody that if you are going to make a pivot to more of a not rebuilding, but retooling, younger team that fits on the timeline of Zach and Zoe and Pat, if Zoe ends up getting healthy here for next season, if that's your aim, getting a guy like that more minutes and continuity in that with the guys that are going to be here, I think is somewhat ideal. Javonte is on an expiring contract, and if other teams around the league see the value that he brings, the Bulls might get into a mini contract offer battle in the offseason with Javonte as well. Obviously not anything crazy, but enough to where it messes with your cap numbers to where it might not be an ideal fit for either party. So to see DJJ getting some run and making positive things happen offensively and defensively, drawing 3-point fouls, hitting your free throws, offensive rebounds, something that this team really doesn't get many extra opportunities with. He really does give you that little bit of extra just about everywhere that we're not getting from a lot of the rotational guys. So to see him forced into the rotation has been a breath of fresh air.